All right, everybody, and welcome to the post-match interview for the Nordic Baltic region, CPT, where we actually have our champion. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have Rikemansbarnet with us here for an interview. So first of all, Rikemansbarnet, I got to ask you the typical question. How are you feeling as of this exact moment?
It's an indescribable feeling. I've been pacing back and forth in my apartment, just trying to absorb what's happened. It feels incredible, though.
Yeah, listen,
I can't imagine.
I mean, you put the stick down, you put the pad down, it's just like...
Did this just happen?
That's
reality. Am I dreaming?
Because I can imagine for you, because again, most people know you, especially from the European scene, it's through online play. So winning something as big as this with the heavy magnitude of this, I can imagine anyone would do that. Just will pace up and down their apartment. It's like, I'm going to the cup. I've never been, but I'm going to the cup. But listen, let that sink in, that desirable feeling, because you worked hard and you definitely earned this. So once again, we have to say congratulations to you. First of all, as well, you weren't one of the highest seeding players in this bracket. Going into this, did you expect to get to the grand final or even win? Talk to me a little bit about that.
I had a strong feeling I was going to get to the grand finals. Winning, Phenom has beaten me every tournament so far. I think. There you go. I don't even think I've taken a round from in any tournament so far. And you saw he went the first game in winners finals.
Yeah.
I just got smoked 3-0. I have also never lost to Phenom and then met in grand finals before. So I think that's the only difference, really.
Damn, that was
interesting.
Pretty insane. Again, let's see, we bring the stats again, because I was telling, obviously, Sci here and people that are watching at home, it's like Phenom is the favorite in terms of results and statistics in general. But you are his biggest hurdle in this bracket, in this part of the world. You are his biggest hurdle. Your style, and Manat as well, because I know Phenom loves the hell out of all the zonas in Street Fighter 5. So you've done your job in making it as difficult as can be. Let me ask you this next question before I hand it over to Sci. What were you thinking when he picked Necalli? And then what were you thinking when he picked Cammy?
Oh, when he picked Necalli, I was thinking, he's faltering a little bit. Necalli is good. And Necalli is a really good character, but he hasn't played it in a while. I play lobbies with Phenom a fair amount, and he usually picks Necalli at some point, just to see how the matchup is. And it's 50-50 in win rate between us, but still, when I saw he didn't pick Karin, I had a good feeling. And when he picked Cammy, I had a great feeling. Him picking his third character versus me, especially Cammy, I thought, I won. I thought, no way he's winning this. Not 2 games in a row.
Oh man, yo, as I said it. He might play against Hurricane all the time. Plays Hurricane all the time. I call it. It's in the bag.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, because it's been a case for me. His strongest option might have been his first one, which was Karin. But even then, like, you seem to have a very good grasp on the scenario as well. And I said, by the time he picked Cammy, I had a feeling he might have swapped to her. But I'm like, Rikemansbarnet's ready for this. I kept saying, he can't jump. Rikemansbarnet's ready with the sulfur, anti-air, the crouch fierce. You had that unlocked. Your reactions and your mentality were absolutely superb today. And I want you to make sure you keep those reactions sharp when you go to the cup early next year. But Sci, I believe you got a couple of questions for our champion here.
So moving from the Karin, when you forced him on tilt, and he went back to his original gun that a lot of like new age players probably don't know him for, but everybody knows that his main character was Necalli, and he actually dominated. How did that make you feel? It was a similar scenario with a different character.
When I lost the first game, I tried not to think about losing that way. I tried to think, if my gameplay, something didn't work, like he jumped a lot, and I didn't anti-air, so I got smacked for that. And I realized, focus on anti-ing more, and then just do with the standard plan. Just keep doing what you've been doing, and then focus more on anti-airing, and then it worked out fine.
All right, good stuff. Spoke like a true tough contender.
Listen, he's one of, I personally think you are Sweden's best player right now. And again, you're going to be representing Sweden in the cup. So my next question to you is, from now until the finals in early 2022, what kind of preparations is Rikemansbarnet going to do? Are you going to make sure, of course, to keep them as sharp as possible? Are you going to pick up a secondary and make sure they're up to speed? What kind of process are you going to be going through right now?
I'm sticking with the knot. I am almost 100% sure. There's a patch coming later this year, and as always, we have to see how that pans out. But I'm also thinking about picking up Oro. He's been incredibly fun to me. I just had to put him on hold because of the CPT season.
Also, as well, because you mentioned Oro, the patch isn't going to come until later 2022. It was going to come in November when Luke came out, but they've delayed it until after CPT, kind of not to ruin the season. Yeah, just to, not to ruin the season how it is right now, because we're near the end of it, so you have to wait until then. So what you also have to remember as well, just like we said to Four Phils, it's people are going to be watching you now. They know they know you're qualified for the cup. So all the competitors there, they're now going to start on the odd occasion, and it's going to become more regular as the days come closer. They're going to start practicing against Fnatic.
People analyzing. They're going to start doing a whole bunch of matchup information on you. You essentially have a target on your back now.
For sure.
Whether you like it or not.
Do you feel nervous at all knowing that people will be studying you like a bit more sharply now, or are you kind of embracing that feeling?
I actually feel like I feel like people have been targeting me all for like a year now. Everyone picking up these counter cash. I see 5 people picking up Urien and 3 people Balrog, and I'm like, yeah, I wonder who those are for. But I think it's mostly Mr. Crimson, the sim player. Okay. Since those characters are really good versus Dalsim as well. So I'm not that stressed over it, but these are top level players having a target on me now. That's some new feeling.
Yeah, that's different. That's a different ball game when you have a target on your back from a high level player such as yourself.
It's going to be interesting indeed. Okay, so one final question from me before I give him one final question as well. I asked this to Papoy last week, and he said he didn't want to fight anybody. But who do you not want to face out of the current qualified people for Capcom Cup, if you can remember a few?
Oh, Mr. Crimson. I do not want to play with Mr. Crimson. He's an absolute monster. And the Nazi matchup feels so horrible to play. That's also one of the main reasons I picked up with Yubuki. She's really good versus Sim.
I can tell by the look on your face the moment you mentioned it, how much turmoil you'll be in if you do happen to encounter him early in the finals next year. Well, that's my last question. Have you got a final question you want to ask him before?
Yeah, my question is kind of futuristic, on a positive end. Positively, if you win Capcom Cup and with that lump sum of funds, what would you do with that cash?
That is a question for the future. I'm starting studying again fairly soon, and I think if I had a backup reserve of what's the price of cash? Is
200,000 is the prize pool. You'd get like over 100,000 to yourself.
Yeah,
exactly. After the taxman chop it up.
I think I would go back to school, 100%, but I don't have a big plan right now, actually. Okay. I have no idea what I would do with that amount of money. That's a good question.
Honestly,
don't have a good answer for you.
Again, a lot of people don't have. That's life-changing money. So again, that he's basically asking you a life-changing question. Okay, it's not at the forefront of your mind at the moment, but you have put yourself in a position to be able to get life-changing money. And please be proud of that. Yeah. Be proud of that, because you worked hard today.
Don't count yourself out.
Yeah, you worked hard today. You worked hard this weekend, and like you said, there's a target on your back. Embrace it, because they go, yo, this guy's a lethal competitor, and he's beaten a Capcom Cup. He's beaten a Capcom Cup qualified player before.
Yeah, he's a massive threat. And now, whatever time you have, you gotta like build up on top of that time and hit the hyperbolic time chamber. You have to, man.
Obviously, don't get burnt out, because as you know, as well as we do, it's very easy to get burnt out in this game. But you've got a little bit of time. But again, prepping those characters, sharpening that and then asking for as many people as you can to help you. But once again, congratulations for qualifying the cup.
Yeah, good stuff.
You will be representing Sweden there. And have you got any final words before we leave you?
I have no fear of burning out on Street Fighter 5. I think it's an incredibly fun game, and I think Imanat is an incredibly fun character. That's all I kind of have to say.
Cheers.
Okay, cool. So I think he said we can get the V-Trigger 1 nerfed in due time.
No. 2 bars, Capcom. Don't listen to him.
He wants 2 bars.
No.
All right. Before we turn this into a heavy argument about what that V-Trigger should be, we got to conclude this interview. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, congratulate Rikemansbarnet in the comments.
Good stuff.
And we have been his interviewers, Jammerz and Sci. We will see you on the next CBT.
Thank you so much.